We got both kitties here today. I mean, little Buddy's been here all the time, but there's a little Goldie up on the patio, and little Buddy's sitting there looking at her like, well, I don't know what you're doing. Little Buddy's got all the white on him, and Goldie, she has nothing but just the orange tabby. But I'm going out here, and I haven't decided yet. I got both packages with me. Either it's going to be kohlrabi or rutabaga. I can't decide which one to give my tote to. But they're both cold water crops. Look at little Buddy. He's checking out the totes and buckets over there. But yeah, I've got kohlrabi and rutabaga, and I wanted to grow a few of both this year. And I don't have totes on the other side of the yard fixed yet. So what I think I'm going to do is plant some kohlrabi right there. Because the tote's already fixed. All I got to do is plant in it. Just mark a marker and put in there. Because I've always thought kohlrabi was interesting, but I've never grown it. I planted some last year, but I guess it was the wrong type of year. Kohlrabi. Purple Vienna. Is the name of it, but it is kohlrabi. And right now is supposed to be the time to plant a lot of your cold weather crops. And this is a cold weather crop, so I think I'm going to go ahead and plant. And you don't plant it very deep, so I'm just going to move some of the soil over. And then I'm just going to lightly throw the dirt over top of it. And I think that'll probably be good enough. I'm not sure. But I'd like to try kohlrabi. I don't know that I've ever eaten any. And it's little tiny bitty seeds. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it around. And then I'm just going to lightly cover it up with some of the dirt. Just kind of throw it over the top. And that'll be good. That's planted. I can probably plant my rutabaga in some of the other gray totes on the other side of the yard. But what we're mostly going to do today is plant some spinach. Well, not spinach, but lettuce and stuff like that in this little tier planter. I'm going to try it up here. And we'll see what happens. I'm putting it to the ground because I don't want to make y'all dizzy. I know moving the camera around have a tendency to make everybody dizzy. But yeah, I'm gonna try to plant right there. And I'm undecided whether to leave it here or move it somewhere else. Because I know lettuce likes partial shade. It's a cold water crop, so it doesn't like to be out in the extreme hot sun. And if I leave it here, it'll get part shade during the day. So I'm kind of undecided. I don't know if I want to leave it turned this way or turn it the other way. Probably this way is the best. But you know what? I got to do something else. I got to go pick up a little bit of cardboard. And I'll just let you watch me while I walk. So hopefully that way I don't make you dizzy. Yeah, I've just started planting because I'm just planting cold water crops right now, except for the seeds I got started in the greenhouse. But I don't think I'm going to need all this cardboard back here. So I'm going to take some of it and put it in my little tier planter up there. I don't want to take all of it because we're going to get another freeze this week, I think. That should be enough. I got a couple of big pieces. Yeah, I went through my seeds and I'm trying to get all the seeds that are cold weather that you can plant in February through March. And lettuce and kohlrabi and all this stuff is one of them, or a few of them, put it that way. So that's what I'm doing. First, I'm going to tear up a little bit of this and put it in the bottom because I don't want the drain holes in here are pretty big. And I don't want my dirt to be falling out. So I'm just going to kind of line the bottom of it with this cardboard to keep my dirt from falling through the holes. I'm a weakling. I can't even tear cardboard, y'all. But, you know, the water will still drain just as good. It'll just stop a lot of the dirt, the garden soil from going through on the ground, which I don't want that to happen. So because I think if I decided to move this, it might take 2 people to move it once it's full. I don't know. But it seemed like my lettuce always grew real well on this side of the house under the patio, because I've grown it in these smaller pots before. I think that'll work, what I got in there. Whew. And I had saved some of this just as mulch to break up and go in there. And this probably got a few marigold seeds in it, so they're liable to come up too. You never know. But I got a lot of this type of potting soil that I'm going to put in there, and I didn't put my gloves on. Whew, now my hands are wet. Pants are dirty already, so I just do that. And I'm going to put some of that dirt from that dirt pile that was delivered. I'm going to put some of that in here too. But I'm going to put about half of this garden soil in there too. This one here. If I can get it in there without it going everywhere. Because that's what I did in my totes, you know, I put a lot of mulch and all kind of stuff in those totes in my pots that I grow in. But I figure it's got a good growing medium in it that'll do the plant some good. I don't know if I can dip some of it out with this or not. Kind of a slow process, get it one little scoop at a time. And that's almost impossible too, so. And I don't want to pick it up and pour because it'll go everywhere. Try to get it a little bit level. I wish I had some kind of tray to put under it to catch all that compost tea that's going to come out of there. But I don't have anything, so it would take something like a shower pan to put under it. Let's see now if I can pour it don't think it's going to take but just one bag to fill them halfway full. Oh man. Oh, hard to get it out without it dumping it all. Now I'm going to take my bucket and go get me some of that garden dirt and put it in the top. It's probably going to take about 2 buckets. So I'm going to turn the camera around. And you'll see I'm going right out here. And I'm just going to put some right in the top of these containers. Get over here to the side to get up on this one. need just a little bit more. So, here we go. Whew. Just a little bit more. I'm not going to move the camera this time. And this is just to sprinkle on top of some of the seeds when I plant them. And as before, I got to take one glove off because I can't do nothing with seed when I got a glove on. Let's see. What am I going to plant first? Little Betty, what are we going to plant first, huh? Make sure that's down good. Whew. I need to move this, I guess. We're not going in right now, Little Betty. He's ready to go in the house. I'm just wetting this down just a little. And basically washing the dirt off the pot. So now let's see what we want first. Rutabaga. See what kind of seeds we got for rutabaga. And I'm not sure how big they grow. I mean, how tall. Probably pretty tall. Maybe we'll put these up here. And we may have to thin them out and plant them around the yard other places. When they come up, I don't know. But I've already got rutabaga written on my thing here. And I'm just going to sprinkle dirt on the top. That should be good enough right there. And I'm going to put my rutabaga stake down in there. Put it facing this way so I can see what it is as it grows. Now let's see what else. Kohlrabi. I think I planted kohlrabi back out there. This is the rutabaga. What else was I going to plant? Oh, my lettuces. And I was going to plant, I don't know. I think I used all my seed. No, I got a few seed in there. Kohlrabi, bok choy. And this is a red Russian kale. It's kind of a mixture of a salad green. It's got all different kinds in there. So I'm going to plant that on one tier. And I need this back so you can see what I'm doing rather than just having my face right up in yours. See if that's any better. Might be a little bit. But what I'm doing is fixing a stake for my red Russian kale. But my bag busted last year, so I had to put it in a baggie with the little seed envelope because I wanted to keep my seed from going everywhere. Because the seeds are little tiny seeds. And I'll probably have to thin some of those out. No more than I put in there. We'll see. So there we got rutabaga and we got red Russian kale. Let me go ahead and put some more dirt on the top. Really didn't want to do this with my hands, but not much of another other way to do it. Little buddy, I'm getting my hands all nasty. Yes, I am. I'm getting my hands all nasty. Now, I've got Chinese cabbage I can plant in one tier. I planted that last year, so I'm going to put one tier of that in there and just see how it does. Like I said, I may have to pull a lot of it out and transplant it because it might come up too thick. And again, I had to put that in a little baggie because it had come out of the package and was going everywhere. Well, the package is split. I can get them out without I think I'd probably just plant all of these because there's not many left in there. If I can get them out in my hand. And some of these are green, some of them grow red. They're all different colors. Stuck to my fingers. Like I said, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of dirt right on top. Looks like I'm going to have to wet that down again to get some of that dirt off of it. Now, let's see, I got 2 more tiers. What will I plant? Wonder how bok choy would grow there. And it'll probably have to be thinned out because you're supposed to allow 18 inches. So I don't know. There's still a couple more in here. Yeah, I think I got them all out. Maybe it'll do something this year. I don't know. I've never had it to do anything for me before, but maybe I planted it at the wrong time of the year. I don't know. Bok choy. Now, I wanted to get at least a lettuce in there. And I got all kind of lettuce seed down in the bottom of this bag. because this was a lettuce bag that come open. Trying to see what. No, that's collards. I don't think I want to put collards in there. Collards would get too big. This is a green leafy lettuce. Let's see if you can plant it this time of year. No, it's too early for this one. Can't plant it till after the frost is over. This is the romaine lettuce. I can try that one. Put my leek somewhere else. Get another stake to write on. So this is going to be my last one. This is the cimarron. It's the one that turns kind of a reddish color. And I'm sowing them kind of thick because I can pull some out and plant them elsewhere. If I need to. And that's basically all I have to do to that. That should be good. I've got other stuff here I want to plant too. Always put something down in the bottom of the pot. I don't know what I want to plant in there. Don't know what else we can start right now. Yeah, you can't plant this one till April 16th, around April, mid-April. Perpetual spinach, though, we can plant. I can put that in that little pot. And I don't know if you can see me over here. Yeah, you can see that little pot. I need to get a marker. I'll use a fork. And I got to repot my aloe vera. It's so crowded up in there. Because I love this perpetual spinach. I really do. I'm just going to put one or two right there in the center. Oh, I don't know where I want to put it. I've got these other pots I can plant in, like here. I can plant some in that. Mind you now, I've already had mulch, compost, all kind of stuff down in there, so I'm not worried about composting stuff in here right now. I put 2 seeds in each hole. I made 4 holes. And it should be good. And I'm going to leave it right there. And put this one over here on the other side. And I think I'm going to get a little bit more. Let's see. I need some more markers. I use the ends of forks or anything to mark on. I just put pea spinach, and I'll know that's perpetual spinach. And that's what I grew last year that I loved so much. Oh, that one's marked already. I just need to mark this one because I'm going to put some right here. After I go get me some more dirt. Garden soil, that is, not dirt. But it is dirt. Right there. Won't take much. Bring y'all back around where I'm at. What I love about perpetual spinach is it makes a beautiful plant. And it's edible. It is totally edible. I'll make 3 little holes here. And I just put 1 or 2 seeds in each hole. If they don't come up, I can always replant, but I don't want to waste my seeds and get so many in the pot that half of them die. So my suggestion to you is to look on your packages. See what you got planted or what you can plant right now. You know what? Let me see if I can move this camera over here on this side. And maybe you can see me doing what I'm doing here and seeing what I'm doing back there too. Yeah, that's a little better because I had to get more dirt. Guess what? This is going to be another pot of perpetual spinach. And you only have to plant it about ½ inch deep, the seed. I'm going to put 5 seeds in here, 1 in each hole. Well, that's what I thought I was going to do. I'm dropping them. We'll maybe put 2 in each hole, just for good safety measures. There. Now, what I usually do with these pots here that I've already got. Can't tell what I'm showing you. In this big pot, I've already got, it's green. I don't know if it's a Brussels sprout or what it is, but I got several in here. I need to put my gloves on. I'll leave those because they survive through the winter. But I'll also end up planting like a tomato plant or something like that in there when it's warm enough with it. But I got to get all these weeds out first. You know, I got wildflower seeds that blow in there and grow. And I don't mind wildflowers, but I don't want them in my vegetable pots. You know what I'm saying. Now I'm going to carefully put it in here because I don't want it to damage my plants or cover them. I mean, it's okay to cover some of the stem, but I don't want to completely cover my plant. Oh. And I'll have to get more wood chips or something to put in the top for mulch, you know, so I don't have to have so much dirt on my plants. Reading the stakes from last year I had in there. I had tomatoes marked in there. Now I'm just patting those down to hold the seeds in place. I'm not compacting the dirt or anything. And I'll do the same in the trays, which I've already done that because the dirt was wet. But there you go. Any of my plants that survived from last year, I'm going to do this with. I'm going around and I'm putting some of this rich garden soil that I had delivered. to these plants, and it's going to make a world of difference to their growth. Since they survived all summer, they should grow really well. But I had peppers and tomatoes and greens growing in here last year. And the hummingbirds loved it. I can't plant anything in that pot, this big half wine barrel, because it's already full of spinach, not spinach, but peppermint. Peppermint, and I think a couple of stray moonflower seed that got in there. So let me go out here and get another bucket of dirt, and I'm going to put in my peppermint. And I'm going to go around to all my pots and do that. I really need the wheelbarrow, but I wasn't counting on doing all this. Yeah, it's a little bit harder when you're using a bucket to move this and not the wheelbarrow. But with perpetual, with peppermint, that's all you got to do. That peppermint will come up through all that. The moonflowers will too. And I've been pulling the moonflowers out and putting them out there in the rock garden as they come up. When they come up in this pot, because I didn't plant them here. A few stray seeds just ended up in there and they started coming up. And I really need to get some to those pots over there. I'll put a little tray under this pot so it will hold a little bit of moisture. I thought I had another one over here, but maybe I didn't. I'm not seeing it anyway. thought I had another one, but maybe not. That's empty. We're going to get another freeze, I think, the end of the week, or maybe the first of next week, I think they said. Whew. Y'all don't mind if I sit down here and take a breather, do you? I've been going non-stop since I got out here for an hour. So, time for me to sit down a minute. Take these gloves off and let me go get something to drink. And we can talk seeds a minute. Whew. I need to get a new faucet on this hose because even when you turn the hose off, it drips. And it keeps getting on the wood that's on the platform of my water hose. And it causes it to rot. Causes the screws to come out of it. Let me go get me a tea and I'll be right back. Y'all, I tell you, I'm tired no more than what I've done. I guess that's what happens when you're inactive most of the winter time, and then when planting time comes and comes time to start doing stuff in the garden, you're not quite in shape. Not quite in shape. Yeah, but I got the half barrels out there that I've got to put that topsoil, that garden soil in. All of these pots over here on this side. Oh. Whew. But it's a beautiful day out here. Thank goodness. It's a real beautiful day. Let me see if lowering this tripod will make things be a little bit better. Whew. Back it up a little bit. There. But yeah, I suggest anyone that's interested in planting, look through the instructions on your seeds. There's some of it like the perpetual spinach, the kale, the cabbages, the collards. A lot of that stuff you can plant right now. And I think whatever collards I have that survives or comes up from my seed this year, I'm going to try the soap method on. I'll mix a little bit of soap and water. And I think it's baking soda they say to use. And you can just foam it up and just put the foam on your plants, especially little seedlings. And it's supposed to keep the bugs off, the worms, the aphids, and all that. And I've never tried doing that. I think I've tried the Dawn, but I went by their instructions just using like a teaspoon of it to so much water, and it burnt my plants up. I don't know if it was just too hot here with the sun that caused that to happen or what. But yep, I have got to do something with that aloe vera. It's just too big for the pot. It stumped its growth by growing all in one pot. So I'm liable to have several pots of aloe vera this year just to break it up. And I think I want to plant some perpetual spinach in my wishing well too. It did really well out there last year, even with the moonflowers growing in there. And it looked good, so I think I'm going to put some more back out there. If I have a moonflower growing in the pot with it, when you harvest the spinach, then it doesn't look so stripped when you still got a plant there. And I need to get garden soil in those white the buckets, because I want to replant spinach and kale in those pots again this year too, because they did so well last year. And I've got a ton of pots over here. I don't know what I want to put in them. I could go ahead and plant spinach in them too. Because you can make a salad, like a tossed salad with your spinach as well as lettuce. Or you can cook it, put it in a stir fry, or you can just saute it in a frying pan. And it's real easy to cook. These pots right here is the ones I'm talking about. Right here. So I might go ahead and do that. Turn this water hose off. That'll cut down on it dripping a little bit. And I don't have my gloves on, but I'm going to try not to touch the dirt. I've even grown tomato plants in this pot with my moonflowers when they came up. Spinach plants in there, but I don't think they're going to do anything. They froze. Whoops. That bird feeder is dripping. Put the rest of this around my rose bush I stuck up here. Now, what else did I want to plant over there? Perpetual spinach. I'm not going to plant in there. I'm just going to plant in these little pots right here. right on here what I'm planting. Because if I don't, I know I'll forget. That should give me plenty of perpetual spinach, especially if I plant it out there in the wishing well as well. Whoops, cracked. Like I said, you know, if two plants come up in one hole, then I can pull them out and transplant it somewhere else. I'll put 3 in here. Just pat it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll see if those germinate. And I got a couple more seeds, so guess what? I'm going to go out here and put it in my, I think I got more out here somewhere. I think I got more out here in my seed packages. Is what I'm trying to say that I'm looking through right now. And you know something I can plant? Cilantro. And see if that will come up this year. plant one of those pots with cilantro out there, maybe. Kale. I got my markers here. My aloe vera is so big I don't have room on the table to work with anything. Now I need my legs back down. It'd be nice if they had one that was a little bit easier to adjust than this. But I guess you can't ask for everything, huh? Whew. Cilantro. Let me make a marker for cilantro. Need another one for spinach. Kale and spinach. Perpetual spinach. I think I've already put my dirt over there from the other day, so I don't have to do that. Let's take my camera. And I had already put dirt, garden soil in here. The other day when I was out here. So they're ready to plant in. And I got some marigolds, stray marigold seeds. Oh. Better put them down there. There, that's all my spinach seed. Throw some cilantro in there. And I think the wind knocked my marker off in there and it went down in the bottom. Here it is. That was for kale. Now I saved these seeds from one other year, so I don't know if they'll come up or not. We'll find out. So there's the cilantro. And now I got the kale. Oh man. I think I'll put the kale right here. Sticks are my biggest tool in the garden. These are little seeds, little tiny ones. So there's kale. I'm going to put some stray marigold seeds in here. Some of those that were in the top of that pot where they grew last year. Just see if they come up. So now I just need to get water and water it. I want to show y'all something. I've been looking at that hole and I don't know what's making it down here. Look at that. It goes through rock. It goes through rock, y'all. What made a hole that went through rock? And it never was there before. When I first saw it, I thought it might have been a rabbit burrow or a snake hole, but that goes through rock. That is pure rock. I don't know, it's a mystery to me. I just thought I'd show y'all that. See, I still got plenty of dirt to have to move, but I've still got all the other side of the yard with all my gray totes and my buckets and all that other stuff is over there on the other side. I haven't even started on it. I cleaned it up, but I haven't started putting any dirt or anything. So, get under here in the halfway shade. Whew. So, get all my seeds put together. This is all I'm going to plant today. I think I filled all the pots on the patio here that I'm going to fill, because that other half barrel I'm going to put a tomato plant in, I think. I think that's the only pot. Well, the two wine barrels over here are the only two that I didn't plant, and that's because one is full of moonflowers that are going to be coming back up. And the other one I want to put a tomato plant in. And I'm going to try one of the slicing tomatoes in there this year, I think. I had a grape tomato in there last year, and it was living, but you know, the cold killed it out finally. But I think I want to try just a regular big slicing tomato in there this year. See how it does there. I'm counting on our summer being a lot better than last year. And I still got tons of seeds to start from seeds in the greenhouse. I just haven't been out there to do it. So, y'all, there's only one of me. I have to do a little bit every day. But I'll get her done, as they say. Little buddy. He's about ready to go in the house, I think. He follows me around like a little kid. I love it. But look at all this. I mean, I got so much grass. All this grass. And it's not going to come up when I pull it. It breaks off. But it's growing in all these wildflowers, which I love. So I think I'm just going to let the wildflowers take over. They can grow around the rose bushes. And my crepe myrtle, I don't know. It survived part of the year, but I don't know if it'll come back out or not. We'll see. Yeah, the wildflowers are taking over. And it's my fault because I'm the one that threw the seeds out. But that's okay. I'm just going to leave them this year. I'm going to leave all the wildflowers grow in here. Maybe it'll just crowd out the grass and the grass won't be able to grow. Because it's slowly working its way all back over here too. But I think it'll be all right. Because the wildflowers, they do have flowers. Even some of them are real tiny. Some of them are purple, some are yellow. Need to put water in my water fountain, a little bird bath. Look at there, y'all. I stuck a rose cutting in that half barrel. And you know, it's already got peppermint in it. But I said, maybe it'll help keep the rose stem moist to where it'll root. So I'm trying it anyway. So, with that, y'all, I think I'm going to call it another working day. I've been out here at it for about 2 hours. And I'm tired, y'all. I'm not as young as I used to be. I mean, I could be at it all day off and on, but then I'd have to stop the camera and start it and stop it and start it and go in the house and rest and come back out here and do some more. But I'm going to get a little bit of water on those seed out there in the wishing well. Maybe a little bit on these here. And then I'm done for today. Then I will be done. And you know what? I really need to. Don't matter about this one. I don't have seeds in there. I need to be using my watering can. And I've not even started on flower seeds yet. Y'all, I'm terrible, aren't I? Where's the wishing well? I can't see it. Oh. I'm going to run out there and put a little bit of water, just enough to dampen the dirt. I'm just putting water to these right here. Just a little bit. And to the rose bush and the peppermint. Sorry about moving the camera like that. I mainly want to get it on the seeds is what I want to get it on. There, so I guess that's going to be it for today. I'm going to finish drinking my tea. And I'm going to get in there and take a shower and see what I can do in the house. I mean, I did some stuff, you know, about as far as cleaning up the house this morning, but there's a few other things I need to do. And like I said, one day I got to start fixing some pots and transplant this aloe vera. Some of it froze and it gets mushy. And I'll have to bring it in again probably one day this week when that next freeze is supposed to hit. I think it's supposed to get down to freezing one night coming up. Toward the end of the week or the first of next week. I'll have to look at the 5-day forecast again. But y'all, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to go through my seeds, figure out everything that's cold hardy. And even my flowers, I've got to start looking through my flower seed because some of those you can plant right now. You don't have to wait till summer to plant them. So, go through your seeds, y'all. Or if you're going to go buy seeds, if you want to plant something, read on the package. See when you can plant it outdoors. Some of it you can plant, but you got to start it indoors in little pots and then transplant it after the last danger of frost or freezing weather. Other things like the perpetual spinach and the kale, cabbages, collards, all that stuff, You can plant outside right now from seed, right in the ground. So, y'all get busy. And I'll see y'all on my next one. Bye now.